If you're thinking about making a change, hopping into entrepreneurship, if you've had a dream for a long time, figure out what you need to do to make it happen. Whether that's, sitting back for 2 years, saving money, working with a spouse, with a partner. It's a lot easier to do before you have kids, just the heads up there. I think you'd probably agree. Do what you need to do to make it happen. Give it a shot, take the risk and go do it. I know a lot of us who have, we'd never look back, and those who haven't sit there and wonder.
What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here with Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty. We are here with another episode of Local Legends of the Flint Hills, where business meets community. I've got a very special guest with me, Ashley Urban with Cura Insurance. Ashley, thanks so much for joining me today. So, guys, let's just jump into it, Ash. All right, so I've known you. We just decided after 13 plus years at this point in time. Let's talk about, because I can remember the moment, but let's talk about the moment when you're like, I'm going to sell insurance for the rest of my life. What did that look like for you?
Yeah, so I think it was 2016. We were down in Key West, Florida with some good friends of ours, the Schafflers, Ellen and Steve Schaffler. And we were sitting there talking. They had launched their own business and grew that. They had just retired from that business, and we were talking about it. And I'd kind of started dabbling in insurance, and I really realized that what I was doing at the time, my 9 to 5, which was really more of like an 8 to midnight, depending on the day, wasn't good for a family life. So kind of redirected. And from that point on, I was like, you know what? I am done working the 9 to 5 grind. I need to take control of my life. I want some flexibility so I can go see my kids' performances in the middle of the day and whatnot. So that was really the moment. That was, I think, 2015, 2016. I can't remember, but a minute ago, either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I think it was, yeah, it would have been right around 16, because it was about the same time that when you left Meadowlark at that point in time.
Yes.
So, all right, so about the family and everything that way. So you guys ended up here in Manhattan, right? So what brought you to Manhattan, and more importantly, why'd you decide to stay?
Yeah, so stereotypical Manhattanites. Met my husband here at K-State. He was a small town guy. I was from a bigger town. I was from Topeka. So I couldn't go any smaller than Manhattan. He couldn't go any bigger than Manhattan. So here we are. Yeah, gosh, it's been 13 years. We were just talking about that. 13 years that we've been together and been here for the most part, and love the community and have really grown our family here. And yeah, we've loved it ever since.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Right. I know that you've gone through, let's call it a progression of what you've done and what that's come from. What is the essence, if you will, of Cura Insurance? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so I started when I started insurance, I started with a captive. Broke off from that very quickly. They were not in a good spot in the market, and so hopped into the independent world, meaning I can, sell a whole bunch of different products as opposed to one. So if one product's not doing well, I have other options. So did that. The agency I was working for was great. I had a great trainer, great mentor in that. They sold out. That mentor left, and then they sold out again, and I decided, like, it's time for me to go off and do my own thing. And so I met my business partner, Mike Goodpasture, back in, it would have been 2019, and we took time to kind of develop this over a year. And in 2020, we launched Cura. It was branded differently, so we rebranded recently. But Cura, essentially, it means care in Latin. We want to be involved in the community. We want to support the people who support us and our clients. It's a lot more than just a business transaction. It's a relationship. And so that is where the name Cura came from.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. So, and I know with Cura, and I know a lot of the things with kind of the partnership that you've done and your business model with that piece of it is a lot of giving back, right? So talk to us a little bit about what that means for you.
Yeah, so giving back, Vern here in town, he talks about time, talent, treasure. As a new business, obviously we don't have a ton of treasure to give back, but it's just giving back time. And so heavily involved in various different things. I'm part of the Manhattan Optimist Club. I've helped coach soccer here in town. Flint Hills Foster Teen Camp. Mike is also a very, very giving and generous person. His whole family, Mike and Katie, the Good Pastures, have been very generous. And so it's just giving back, and it's seeing a need and seeing where you can help out. And investing in that. And so we've actually kind of set up in our vision and our mission is really, you have to be involved to the point where, we incentivize other people, employees, to volunteer. We give them extra PTO for volunteering. We give them days off to go volunteer and get involved. I'm real excited. Megan, my teammate, is getting involved in Flint Hills Foster Teen Camps. So, which I know you've been involved in the camps in the past. And so it's just being part of the community, giving back. It takes a village for everything. And so it's one of the big areas that we get joy from.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. So, and I know that's always a big of who you are. And I know a lot of the stuff personally, what you guys do as a family and things every year. So, okay, so let's talk. I know you don't like talking about insurance too, but I want to talk a little bit about it. What types of policies do you like writing? What types of policies do you write? And what does that kind of look like for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are just pretty strictly personal lines. We don't do commercial. We do some life when it pertains to personal lines. That being said, we kind of stay in our own lane there and let financial planners do the actual financial planning portions of those. But home, auto, umbrellas, boats, motorcycles, toys is what we call them. So we really just want to take care of families. That's kind of where we're at. We've seen a need for that. A lot of these big independents, they do a lot of commercial, and that's really their focus. And then they just kind of let the families and the personal line side fizzle out, so they don't really give it the attention that we feel like it needs, and the specialization that we feel like it needs, especially with crazy market. Ever since COVID, things have changed so much. You really have to pay attention in that area. So, yeah.
Good. All right. So you're 9 years into entrepreneurship. Yeah. What is the good, the bad, and the ugly?
Yeah. Whew, that's fun. Entrepreneurship. So this, we have been on, houseboat trips before, where Saturday mornings, Kyle and I are both working on our phones all day or on our laptops. So the great is the flexibility, the control aspect. It's just, if I need to take off in the middle of the day to go do something, I can. There is a beauty to that flexibility. The ugly is you're also up late at night or early in the morning or on weekends. You're kind of always on call. And so that's rough. And then the business startup is so hard. It's people see where you're at and they're like, oh, I wish I could take off and just work from anywhere. I know. I had a son this past summer, so I guess about a year ago, and then we went and stayed at the hunting cabin for like a week, and I just worked remotely, and people are like, oh, that's great. I'm so jealous. I wish I could do that. And it's like, I also went a full year working 80-hour weeks and didn't take a paycheck. So, it's a grind. It's a grind, but it's definitely worth it. And I would never go back. I don't think I could go back to the 9-to-5 grind working for somebody else ever. Yeah. So, yeah.
So giving up the 9-to-5 for 80-hour work weeks, that's the
that's the dream.
That's the dream,
American
right?
dream. Yeah.
No, it absolutely, and it's true. I mean, it's everyone looks at where you're at today and never looks at what you did prior to. Yep. So. Okay, so you touched a little bit on it, so I'm going to kind of keep going that direction. But what does Ashley Urban like to do for fun when she's not working?
Yeah, for fun when I'm not working. Well, I wake up at 4:20 most mornings to work out because that's fun. I love the gym. I've kind of become a gym rat just because that's all you can do before 6:30. I have a 6:30 a.m. curfew. I have to be home so my husband can jet to work. But play sports, like to play soccer, like to play softball. We're big hunters, and so I do a lot of big game hunting with my husband, and that's good family time. We can go to a hunting cabin or set stuff up around here and just get out in nature with the family. So I also love camping, hiking, canoeing, kayaking, all the things. I love rivers. That's my favorite body of water. Most people are lakes or ocean people, and I'll take a river all day, every day over either of those. So yeah, we stay pretty busy.
Yeah. Well, and with the 2 kids too, you definitely stay busy. Yeah. And you're just getting her into sports and everything that way too.
We are, yep.
Okay, let's go into, I want a couple things before we wrap up here, but how somebody watching this video, right? How do they get a hold of you? What's the best way to reach out to you guys to say, hey, I need some insurance, I need something, have questions, that kind of thing. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so best way, email, call. I have a teammate, Megan. She is amazing. She is kind of my other half here, and I honestly say she's better at what we do than I am half the time. And so our office phone number and email is all online. Our website is curains.com. That's CURAINS.com. And so you can find everything there, from how to get in touch with us, blog posts, more information. So that's a really good starting point.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Or just walk in here at the community house. So, yeah. Well, and I appreciate that. So Ash, before we wrap up, is there anything that you want to say to anybody watching this video? Again, could be entrepreneurship, could be business related, could be personal related, whatever it is, anything you want to leave our viewers with?
Yeah, if you're thinking about making a change, hopping into entrepreneurship, if you've had a dream for a long time, figure out what you need to do to make it happen, whether that's, sitting back for 2 years, saving money, working with a spouse, with a partner. It's a lot easier to do before you have kids, just the heads up there. I think you'd probably agree. Do what you need to do to make it happen. Give it a shot, take the risk, and go do it. I know a lot of us who have, we'd never look back, and those who haven't sit there and wonder. So just take the risk, take the leap, do it.
Yeah. No, I love it. That's good advice. Definitely one that I would say that all entrepreneurs need to have. So, okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you enjoy this content, please go and hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future videos. And please, 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 if you know somebody or have somebody who's interested, either one in entrepreneurship and insurance, please get them in touch with Ash. And then if you have somebody who's interested or needs insurance as well, have them reach out, share this video with them, and introduce them to Ashley. I'll put her contact information in the description below, so that way you guys can reach out to them and get all that stuff taken care of. So, and again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you need anything or if you have anything for Ashley, please reach out, watch this video, share it, whatever it may be. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next week, we'll see you then.